Hello beauties, and welcome back to the Bumpy Bones Locksport channel. Now in this video I'm going to be picking open and gutting this Schlage Everest C123 Keyway. So let's go ahead and get started. Now this is a really cool keyway. It's in a ABUS 8345 Series I, and I love these padlocks because they are so versatile and robust. You can get cores, different keyways for all of these locks and interchange them. I absolutely love these padlocks and all that. This is an interesting keyway. It's not that difficult to pick open once you know what's going on with it. It's a 6-pin cylinder, but it has an additional mechanism in it. There is a pin at the very bottom of the keyway here. So if I insert this pick all the way in and then just rotate it like that, I'm going to engage that pin. So if we look at the key here, you'll see from this side it looks like a standard key. And the bitting on this key is actually a pretty good bitting. But if I flip it over, you'll notice on the inside of the key there's another track, and that's what's going to engage that pin at the bottom. Now this has all standard pins in it, so it's not terribly difficult to pick open. It's a green belt level lock with that additional mechanism. And what I'm doing is I'm working my way up to the Schlage Primus, and I got one right here. I got this in the mail the other day. And this is a cool lock, and if we look at the key, it's very similar. But if I flip it over, you'll notice now that that inside track, it has good bitting on it. And so with this lock, I now have to not only pick the top key pins, but now I also have to pick that bottom stack as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw this lock in the vise. But as you can see, it's fully functional, locked, and unlock. And let's see what it takes to open this up. Alright. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to be using top of the keyway tension. I'm going to use my Covert Instrument 50,000, and I'm going to use my wall lock tools. I think it's Tapine teardrop hook. This is 0.5 millimeters in width, or 0.019 inches in width. So let's see what we got going on here. So I'm going to start in the back. And because we have standard pins, I'm not going to worry that much about my tension control. Alright, there's 5. That's 4. There's 3. Alright, that's 2. Lately, pin 1 has always been giving me some problems. I'm not sure what's going on with that with me. I've been having some issues with my elbow, and I think it's just the angle at getting to it. Alright, there we go. Alright, I think everything's set, at least from the feel of it, it feels it. So let's go ahead and try to engage that bottom. So I'm just going to slide this into the bottom here. Alright, I can feel that that pin is tight, so that's a good sign, and there we go. Alright, so, as you can see, it wasn't that challenging to open, which is always fun and good. So let me go ahead and remove my vise, and let's open this up and gut it. Alright, so, I have another video posted about how to rekey a lock, and I use the ABUS 8345 series in that video. But this lock is a little different. This core is a little bit different, which is why I want to do the gutting video with it. And what I'm going to do is I just did some oiling on it, so I'm going to throw some gloves on just to manage that a little bit better. Alright, so you can see that this core is a little bit different. So if I bring out one of the other ABUS cores that I have here, you can kind of just see the differences here. With which is always cool and all that. So let me go ahead and remove the retaining cap. All right. Don't want that to roll away. So, before I remove the cylinder here, you can see this is that bottom pin that I was talking about. So when I insert the key here, what you'll notice is that when it goes all the way in, so right there, that engages the pin. So without that pin being engaged, even if you pick all of the driver pins and key pins up here, you won't be able to open that cylinder. All right, so let's go ahead and remove our core. And if I keep my fingers over the key pin so you can see it, so there's that pin. So you can see when I go to remove the key, that just goes right over that. So let's go ahead and dump that. So there we go. I want to be careful because there is a little spring there and I don't have any replacements for those. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the key pins out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So pretty standard key pins. And let's get our driver pins out. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we got 6 standard pins. Now, one thing to note that I did notice, and I don't know if this is from the seller or if this is a standard thing with Schlage Everest. I bought this from a Locksporter on eBay. But what you'll notice with the standard pins here is you do have pins of different sizes. So this here is longer than this one. And that actually does have a bit of play when you're picking locks, because you'll notice that, like with this guy here, I'll get a heavier force feedback from it than this one, just because I'm compressing the spring here more than I am compressing the spring here. So that was just one thing that I did notice. So that's the Schlage Everest C123. I do have another Everest lock here. This is I think it's, hold on, let me get that open. It's a Schlage Everest 29, so the keyway is an R125. And this is kind of cool. I'm going to be doing a video with this. I got to kind of learn it. This is a blue belt level lock or a purple belt level lock. I'm not 100% sure, so if you, any fellow lock sporters out there, if you know, do feel free to post it in comments on this. But what's really cool is you have 2 keys. So we have the control, which can be used to remove the cylinder. And then you have the master key here, which unlocks the lock. So I'm going to be doing a video with this. I've got it so that I can get the control key picked. But I got to learn how to pick that second set and all that. So it's a little bit more complicated. So this will be a future video. Well, I hope everybody liked the video. Do feel free to like and comment and subscribe to my channel. I hope everyone has a beautiful day, and I will see you all later.